If you want to know somebody who really knows his way around the beer industry, then you need to make an acquaintance with John Hall. He's the editor of All About Beer magazine. He's laughing at the introduction. Editor of All About Beer magazine, host of the Drink Beer, Think Beer podcast, author of several books on beer, including the Craft Brewery Cookbook, which features breweries in Maine and Maine dishes. And he's back with us in the 207 studio. Thanks for coming in. It's good to have you.
Here in the center of broadcast excellence, here in this hallowed temple of beams and rays out to people's homes. Thanks for having me back. It's great to see you. It's great to be here.
Maine, but you like to come here, and you spend a lot of time here.
I spend a lot of time here at your bars, at your breweries.
Keep a close eye on what's happening in the beer scene here in Maine. And one of the things that has happened in this extraordinarily vibrant industry in the last year or two is that lagers and pilsners have kind of moved up in popularity, haven't they?
Yes, they have. And it's a really heartening thing to see. So when we go back and we look at the American microbrew industry, which is now the craft beer industry, which is just now the beer industry, it is about 40 years old. And when they started, they were making ales. And that was for a lot of reasons. One, the large breweries in the country, Budweiser, Pabst, Miller, Coors, were all making lagers. And so these smaller producers wanted to offer flavor, they wanted to offer something else, so ales were the way to go. Porter, stouts, India Pale Ales, Saisons, you name it, Hefeweizens, etc. But now that those brewers are maturing, they are looking at classic lagers and classic pilsners and saying, well, we like to drink those beers, so we should start to make those beers. And they now have the tools and the resources and the knowledge to do it.
And is the public responding? Are people buying these? Are they saying, yes, we like these beers, because often they don't have as much alcohol in them and they're very drinkable? Are people saying, yep, that's what I want?
Yes, and when you think about going to a local brewery, right? Maine has a couple hundred now at this point.
About 160, I think.
Yeah, we're about 9,500 across the country right now. The craft beer industry overall is about 13% of the overall marketplace, which means 87% of beer drinkers are still drinking Heineken and Bud, Miller, Coors, et cetera. So when a lot of those 87% walk into a small brewery, they're going to say, hey, do you have a light beer? Do you have a Bud Light? Do you have? And for a long time, the brewers didn't. Now they're saying, well, we don't want to lose those customers, so we're going to start to make some of these beers, so that we can get people to stay and drink what they like. And so, yeah, there's definitely popularity behind them, and there's consumer response. That's pretty great.
You brought a half dozen different beers.
I did.
Let's run through and tell folks what about these is interesting to you.
These two things are actually really cool. These are from Side Reel Farm Brewery, and this is their Cool Ship lager. So a Cool Ship is, think of it as like a large brownie pan, essentially. It's wide, it's shallow, and you pump wort, which is unfermented beer, into it, and you let the air cool it, and some natural microbes go in and inoculate it and ferment it out. And so it's beer made from nature. And this is a really cool way to be making lager. All right. And I'm kind of a fan of it. And then
you intrigue me with the brownie pan. We got to move through these quickly.
Okay, so this next one is their side pull. If you walk into breweries these days, you're going to see this tap handle on here, this side pull label. It's how lager can be poured, should be poured. It's a Czech invention that's really sort of taking off in the U.S. these days.
Number 3 on the list.
This next one is from Austin Street, and this is their Velvet Storm that they brewed for International Women's Day. So a portion of the sales are going to the Mabel Wadsworth Center, which is a reproductive health clinic here in the state, but it's celebrating a good cause done for a good reason, and yeah, it's a fun one.
Every one of these is, of course, a Maine beer. Fogtown is in Ellsworth. What's the story with this one?
It is. So this is brewed with 100% Maine ingredients. This is terroir for days, as they like to say. But everything from the hops to the malt to the water to the yeast is all grown and fermented or created here in the great state. So it is drinking Maine in a can. Go down to Bellflower, right downtown. I was hanging out there yesterday. Really love what they're doing these days. That's their Vienna lager. You're probably familiar with Vienna. Sam Adams was a Vienna lager for a while. It's now not so much. They've changed it around a little bit. But Vienna's, that's what's poured in that glass next to you. It's got that nice caramel malt, little sweet, little spicy hop in there as well.
And what's the last one?
This is the last one, really quick. So this is from Bath Brewing Company, and brewers love their puns. So this is a Munich-style Helles, and the name is it on it? Do you want to read the name?
The name is what the
Helles.
So
brewers got a sense of humor. So lagers are great. Pair it with everything from BLT salads, deviled eggs, mussels. It's a versatile food beer. It's fun for just hanging out. It's a great session beer for hanging out with friends, family, lawnmower, after yard work, everything else in between. Ballpark, everything. The lager is the everyday beer. It's the every person's beer, and it's cool to see craft makers doing it.
That's the final word. John Hall, A pleasure, as
Thanks, pal.
always.
Good seeing you.
Great to have you. Defend Pilsner.
Defend
is what
Pilsner.
It says on the glass. If you'd like more information about John Hall, just head to the 207 section of our website or app and stick around. We're going to be back with more of 207 in just a moment.